Welcome on YouTube. We are back. We are writing Orchestral Synthwave. Let's see what we've got. It's been a week since the last stream. I made some notes of what I wanted to do last week, and hopefully we'll be on track here. Let's just give it a listen and see where we're at. Still need to fix those cymbals. Yes, the evil part. Okay, that is sounding pretty cool. I still like it. There's just some things I'd like to go in and fix a little bit. I'm not hearing the bass as prominently as I'd like, and I think that's because we have a lot of low end kind of clashing from the orchestra with the bass. So I am gonna go in and sort of EQ some stuff. So let me open up my mixer, and we've got our strings, and we know that our bass is going to be going through most of the song. But when our strings remain on their own, I'd like to automate this bit here, which is kind of cutting the low end a little bit. To not happen once the strings are on their own. Let's see what that sounds like when everything is going. Where are you? Like this. Okay. Maybe just won't like sort of take out that much, just a little bit, so that you can feel the low end of the bass pulsing a bit more. And this is frequency 2, and let's automate that to let's automate that EQ to stop at that point. So inserts frequency band 2. EQ gain. Yeah, you see it's at -4, and I'd like to sort of bring it a tad back. Also, I hope everybody's having a lovely, lovely Saturday. It's nice and warm over here, and I did not get much sleep, but we're gonna be just fine. Let's just bring that bass back up, and you can see it happening. Like if we go over here and open up that frequency, and this transition needs to be smoothed out even more. Okay, and I think I'd like to do the same sort of thing on the brass as well. It's great to have that extra low end from the brass. We don't want to take out too much. But at the same time, oh, we actually did something over here. So, maybe I'll just go over here. Wait, is there like a mid side? No, there is not, but there's a bump. So I've got a bump and a decrease going to kind of compensate for that bump. Okay. No problem, no problem. But we'll just do the same thing to take out more of that low end from that brass so that it doesn't sort of mess with our bass that much. And then we want to sort of just focus a little bit on the bass and see if we can make it a little bit better. So I'm gonna take the bass down a bit more and then bring it back up as a transition over here. Let's see if it messes with our more heavier parts. I am digging that. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I want to do to the bass, and we'll just like solo the bass. Oh, we've got actually a subgroup for bass happening. No, don't do this, EQ. And we've already got an EQ going on, so I guess I already did some sort of work on this bass. Let's just solo the bass and the drums, and let's see if there is anything we can do to make them pop a little bit more, to make that bass sort of really fluctuate. We could accentuate the mid-range in just the middle part so that it cuts in a little bit more. So we're going to go to the mid-side EQ. We're going to go to our mid, and over here I can see on my keyboard exactly the note corresponding to the frequency we're using, right? So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna find my D, which should be here, which basically is kind of, I want to accentuate the attack here in this mid-range for the bass. That's what I want to do, and I want to do it only on the middle channel. I'm gonna gain that up just a tad, like 2 dB or something, and let's see if that's working to bring it more to life. Okay. Yeah, you can hear that it's making it a tad more aggressive, which is good, which is what we want. Now, I just want to address another topic, and that is the fact that this sort of volume bump over here has a bit of a delay. So I want to move that back a little bit so that the impact is more pronounced. Is it the synths? Oh, I see. It's the synths, but because they're coming in on the offbeat, you don't feel that impact as well as you should. And because these crashes are just making me these crashes are really not helping. So if I stop the stop the compression on them, will that fix it? Yeah, okay, so my compressor is messing with things. So we'll just stop that compressor and we'll just try to... I think we could try to use a limiter just so that we make them louder and meaner and stronger. Let's just see if we can fix these crashes a little bit. Okay, so this Cubase limiter doesn't really help me that much. I'm gonna go with just your standard limiter, and I can just like futz with the input and the output. Yeah, you hear that compression happening? That's not how it works. It's not how it should work. That's so weird. So I guess we just need volume on them and we should be good to go. And I'll blend in some other crashes. Let's see if I can find some sort of Lindrum crashes or what have you. Samples, we have the slate drums. And I think I'm gonna blend in raw vintage machines, Lindrum, cymbals. Yeah, and we've got crash. Let's pop that in a little bit. So we'll add a track, we'll say audio, we'll make it a stereo, we'll send it to our percussion, and we'll call these Lindrum crash, right? There you go. And we're gonna go with the crash over here. Convert, copy, do it. Oh, that is loud. Okay. Let's just not start it out with a super high volume. I'm sorry, what? Is it because of our do we have like some EQ silliness happening over here? So hold on, it might be messing with my master bus compressor even. Let me just turn you to a cut. And let's just cut out the low end for this and the Lindrum crash, and let's see if that does it. This is why working with a master bus compressor or mastering chain when you're sort of mixing or composing or stuff like that, it's cool, but sometimes it might mess with the way you're hearing things. Why are you clipping like that? Can I see the volume exactly as it's happening? It's so weird. That is so weird. Why is it ducking like that? Do I have like compression on the percussion? Oh, this is what's doing it. Oh, I see. It's this bypassing thing is messing with it. So I have a compressor turned on here. Okay, so it's this slate compressor because it has like a sort of latency when it's happening. So I need to turn this off earlier. Let's see if that fixes it. There you go. That did it. Let's listen to it again. Nice. Okay, let's make these Lindrum crashes a little bit higher in frequency. So maybe I can do some. I want to use the mix rack, but I don't want to use the mix rack. So we've already got a frequency going on this Lindrum crash. What if I just sort of boost the high end a little bit? I'll cut out the extreme highs because those will be annoying, and I'll just bump up like with a large Q. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, I'm down with that. It adds a little bit more dimension to just the original crashes, so they will work. Nice, nice. Yes, I can work with this. Okay, so we're gonna need a transition over here, and I want to do it with some effects as well as with a rolling Phil Collins tom fill. And we're gonna do that. But before we do that, let's sort of develop this sort of old, just orchestral bit. Okay, so I want to repeat this, and let me just remind myself what I was playing. So I was playing the D with the. Let me select the cello as well, the contras. Okay, and then we're gonna put in some synths over here. I know I wanted it as a purely orchestral bit, but in re-listening to it, I think I would really like some sort of pads or high sort of plinky plonky type synths. There's your scientific musicological term, plinky planky synths. There you go, buddy. Okay, let's turn on our click and let's move all these wires off the keyboard because organization is key. I will use my Neuromancer book to prop this up because we are professionals over here. Let's move this over here and okay, let's see if I can still half decently play keyboards. think I want to transition to that chord progression. Let's see if we can make it happen. Okay. And I think this is just how long I want this bit to be. I think that'll be fine. Let's just... Okay, let's fix these notes. Because, again, because of the lag that we have, this is gonna be... always be a tad late. And I think... I want these two notes to merge a little bit, and... just like this. And now let's work the mod wheel. Let's record the mod wheel. Okay. Right, we're gonna go to this chord progression, keep it helpful and hopeful, and then we're gonna go back to the evil theme, because this bit over here sort of represents... So we're coming from... we're on the run. But it might still be hope. There's like... life might return to normal for our cyberpunk city if they can only... if our two protagonists can sort of escape with that floppy disk, sort of memories of things that were better, and then they start to think they might have a small reprieve, right? And they don't know if they will escape. Then they start running again, and maybe they'll make it, but then we'll go back to this. And this. Yeah? Because then the sort of giant robots that are on their tail, they're coming back for them. They found out where they were. Okay? And, yeah, so this is gonna be I think this is the story in my head. I think I can work with that. Alrighty then. Let's work the volume automation as well, because volume really helps to add to the sort of feeling of breathiness of the strings and the orchestra, right? And again, this is a trick that I sort of picked up from Music Scientific Stream, which is which again is like an amazing composer and sort of like film music and stuff like that. Let's bring it back up. This goes down too much. Hold on just a sec, let me get this back up. Has my articulation changed? No, we're still on longs, but there's something weird with the modulation. Oh, I think. Hold on just a sec. There might be a bit of an overlap here. Okay. Cool. With the cello, in combination with the cello, it'll sound a lot better. So the cello was playing just the chord progression, was it not? Yes, it was. Let's do that, and we'll work the mod wheel at the same time. I don't know what I want to do here. Do I want to create like a chord progression? Do I want to like supplement the chord progression? We're at C2 and over here we were at C2 as well. Yes. Okay, so I'm in the right register and I'll just duplicate the chord progression. Let's do it. Just have to play the right notes. Come on. Not super pleased with that performance, and I think I'm gonna tone down the okay, let's move these properly to where they should be first of all. Okay, and these notes I'm gonna move an octave down and get them to sit on the beat. And we're gonna select this modulation and move it back. Okay. This is the violas. What were the violas playing? We are playing just the A and the D. Okay, so we're just creating a through line with the violas. And actually, I'm going to copy paste them. And let's see what that sounds like. If we just do that. Let's put it on the grid and copy the modulation as well. Oh damn, sound barrier. Cheers, mate. Hit me with that, Tony. What is that, Tony, mate? Hey, thanks for raiding, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit me with that. I don't know what you mean. But welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was in sound barriers stream earlier, like chilling before, like getting ready for my stream as well. That Tony needs to be hit. Okay, well, imagine this sort of C, this D note is gonna be our Tony. So that one guitar guy, thanks, mate. Thanks, guys. Welcome. Oh my god, I'm so happy you guys are rating. I really wasn't expecting that, and the shoutouts that Sound Barrier gave me. Well, just a super random raid phrase. That's how we roll. Nice. Nice, welcome. We are writing Orchestral Synthwave, and again, like, your stream was super cool, man. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys, super community, and I recently started streaming like 2 weeks ago. I got into this, and I can't quit now. Like, it's amazing, this whole streaming world, and chilling with other people, and like hanging out, making music, chatting. This is super cool. Thank you. I will go through the whole song so that you see where we're at, but basically this is an orchestral synthwave track, and we're in a bit that is sort of more orchestral. We'll put in some synths in here as well, but we're at so the story is that there's this cyberpunk city, right? Dystopic corporation, cool, super 80s, and there's two protagonists who have stolen a floppy disk that will bring down the evil corporation, and they're on the run. Here, we're kind of at the point in the story where they've run a little bit and now are kind of hiding, and maybe they have some hope that they'll get out of this. But then we'll go back to the more actiony, more evil part of the tune. And I'm just trying to sort of learn how we can do a more subtle, sort of orchestrally type bits. And I would like to get the violins 2 and the violins 1 to slowly build up. So we've got this bass, that the bass of this part, which sounds pretty cool. Then we go. And I think I also want to build up my tempo here as well, but we'll see how that happens. I want to raise the tempo a little bit. That one guitar guy says, I know this sounds a little weird, but I would love to get in on this. I know you're going for a synthwave feel, but yeah, I'd love to help where possible. Get that whole Steve Vai feel in there. I mean, man, you know what? We might be able to do something cool. So I know I would... There are two ways I could go with this song. I could just keep it purely like orchestral synthwave, or we could have a bit with a guitar solo in. Now, I am a guitar player, but I'm not the best soloist. I basically would describe my style as a cross between, I don't know. I'm usually a sort of slower, more emotional type of guitar soloist. I can't do like arpeggios. I can't play fast. It just doesn't come naturally to me. But there might be a cool bit. So yeah, maybe we can chat about that at that point if when we have the song ready. I can show on stream like how I'd mix in your guitar solo or something like that. Let's keep working on the song and we'll see where we get at. And just, I don't know, just hit me up. I guess we can send messages on Twitch or something. And oh my god, 7 viewers. I was not ready for this. I really wasn't. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is the most viewers I've ever had. Thanks. Welcome. We are writing Orchestral Synthwave, and I'm just gushing over here about how cool people are. Nice. Thank you. Okay, so let's focus. Okay, let's write this bit. So I want the violins 2 and the violins 1 to sort of keep building and sort of bring up the emotional intensity, right? So I am still keeping them on this D, but maybe we can sort of elevate a little bit. When I'm recording, just so that you guys know, there is quite a bit of lag, so I will always be offbeat by a certain number of milliseconds, and you'll see that in action. So it might sound weird while I'm recording, but then I'll put it properly and will be a lot better. Okay, let's turn on my click and let's do this. I was not recording, was I? Cool, cool. That's a great first impression, right? Okay. So I like that, but that descending note I'm not too happy about right now. So we'll just move that up because again, we want to be hopeful. We don't want to go so descending and so minor about it, right? So we'll go down to the G, and I will try to go with my violins as well up there. Let's do it. I think I messed it up. So let me hear the cello again. Okay, so this note really needs to be a lot louder, and I'll do that. And I don't think my contra... Yeah, my contras can go up there, so... My contrabasses can't go up there, so... Okay, let's do it again on the violins. That's an extra note in there where I would like to put some sound effects or something like that to sort of elevate that bit a little bit. Yeah, let's move this on the beat and our modulation as well. Alrighty then. There you go, buddy. Let's quantize you, and I'll move you over here as well. So this is it should be the G. What? Oh, I moved everything, didn't I? Okay, there you go. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, and that let's do the violins one as well, which will be higher. Oh, we didn't do our volume automation, guys. Let's do our volume automation because that'll make everything sound much better, actually. And let's do it like that. Let's bring our cello way up because we're trying to go for that Hans Zimmer-ish type feel, and that means a lot of cello. Yeah? I still want to really say cellos, even though it's not super cool or accurate, and I'll make the violas sort of sweep. No, they should sweep. So we're using modulation and volume automation to make the orchestra breathe, basically. You gotta feel that sort of sway, that push and pull of the orchestra in order to make it sound a little bit more realistic, or as realistic as we can get it. And what I'm using is BBC Symphony Orchestra Discover, which is totally free. And you have like, you can actually get a full orchestral section for free. It's a bit basic and doesn't have a lot of articulations, but it's pretty cool. Especially, like, it's free, man. Not sponsored or anything, but I just love this thing to bits. Okay, let's see our whole part, how it sounds without the, without the violins one, and then we'll think about a melody to put on the violins one. Okay, let's make the violins too breathe with the orchestra as well. I think that's sounding pretty cool. What do you guys think? Since you came all this way... Hit me with that, Tony. Yeah, sure, I just have like a Tony Award sitting around because, you know... although I would love to write for musicals. I find it's pretty good, man. Cheers, that one guitar guy. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, appreciate it. I am honored you guys are here, actually. This is amazing. Okay, let's get the violins one to happen. You guys came at the point where it's a pretty slow section, but we're gonna pick it back up. It's gonna be fine. Let's do it. We'll be streaming for something like 3 more hours, so we're gonna be working on this song quite a bit. Wait, before we start recording, because I'd really love to actually hear these violins a bit better. Okay, let's turn our octave up. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm excited. Me too, that one guitar guy. Thank you. Yeah, I'm super excited as well. I've been wanting to do this style for a long time, actually, because I didn't find that many examples of orchestral synthwave. Like, arguably, there's stuff like, I don't know, Daft Punk's soundtrack for Tron 2. There's, I don't know, maybe Blade Runner 2049, and there are some synthwave artists who have played around with strings and stuff like that. But I just want like a purely cinematic orchestral synthwave track. And we can put in some guitar elements as well. I was thinking of doing some effects on guitars, like where I would do little loops, little sort of action loops or little moments or little guitar sounds, and I would just sort of sound design them and put them in the song as sort of to drive along with the synths and the drums. And I think that would be pretty cool to do. I never did that before, so I'm super excited to do it as well. And as well, if you guys have any tips, tricks, or any ideas or any suggestions, like, feel free to share, man, because I'm here to learn as well. This is basically me sort of recording and streaming my writing process and my learning process, really. I've got a big old notebook where I write all the stuff from like manuals and ideas for songs and whatever, and I'm here to learn. And if you've got suggestions for stuff to listen to or check out as well. And Bear, you still with us? You still with us, buddy? Because I was mentioning in your stream actually that I have a notepad where I write stuff to remember and check out later because my memory is really shot. And let me just show you this here. Yeah. So yeah, you see the notebook. I don't know if that came through clearly, but I did write down the stuff I want to check out, including the stuff that you recommended, like your stuff. So check that stuff out. So that's Sound Bear, as in bear from the woods, ear. So Sound Barrier. Check him out on Twitch. He's really super cool. And back to Cubase. That one guitar guy. I know this sounds like a weird and unrelated question, but what is your favorite dish from your heritage that you enjoy? Or if you don't have anything you eat from your background, what is your favorite food your parents used to make you as a kid? Bear actually had to go. He has kids. Well, that is totally respectable and understandable. But thank you so much to him and to you guys for stopping by. There is something that we eat around here that's... So I'm vegetarian, but the idea is that we have over here something that's called sarmale. I'm Romanian, and we eat like this... it's made from... you have like diced meat, and it's encased in... what do you call it? It's not lettuce. What the heck? My brain cannot... what is it? Cabbage, yeah. It's like cabbage. It's like in cabbage leaves, and you got minced meat in the middle, and you put it in the oven for like a ton of hours. Oh, nice! That one guitar guy says, "Oh, cool! I'm actually partially Macedonian. Nice. Welcome to the Balkans." Anyway. I will get back to chat in just a minute. Let me just write this bit. So, the violins are going to be high. Let's see. I do not like that one bit. I think I'll just... What do the violins do in the first bit? So they're playing the E and the F. No. Wait, that's a chord progression that's happening. It's the F and the G, and then the E and the F. So we'll do that again. So the... And then we'll keep on the A. Yep. Okay, let's move that back in their proper spot. Let's fix that a little bit. Okay, let's move our modulation. And really, like, modulation is the key to making orchestral stuff sound good. Hold on just a sec. That one guitar guy says, yeah, one of the favorite dishes I have from my dad's side, the Macedonian side, is graf, which is like a bean stew that uses pork leg, and then basically any and all vegetables you can think of that you have thrown in and simmered for 6 to 12 hours on low heat. 12 hours, mate! Since you're vegetarian, opt out of the pork leg for some possible mushrooms or whatever you prefer. It sounds good. It sounds like chili with the, like, when you say bean stew. It sounds cool. Sounds cool. Now I'm hungry. See what you did? See what you did there? So I'll turn down the violins a little bit here. And I'll slowly bring them up. And then down, back, way down again. And then just slowly, sort of gradually rise them up to create a sort of crescendo. Let's see how that sounds. Oh, basil! You need basil. Yes. Okay, and then a massive drop happens. Okay, let's do the horns. And I think I'm gonna do them. What will I? Gonna have them play the same thing and get that modulation in. Boyo. But the second time around, no, why? Okay, we're gonna do it by hand. If you don't want to play ball with me, Cubase. Okay. Okay, let's make this brass chill. And the second time around that it's coming in, I'd like to do thirds. No, why would you do that? I'd really like to do thirds. So I've got the A, and the A will go with the C. Hold on just a sec, I'll just... So the A will go with the C, the D will go with the F will go with the A, and then the G will go with the A sharp. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think I'll bring in another instrument for that bit, and I'm gonna play along. So either I think the tenor trombones, because it's the tenor, or the bass trombones, because it's a bit of understated part, right? So I don't want like trumpets going off, right? So so if I go, that's super high. This is actually a cool... That's a cool progression to use in this bit here. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna use the tenor trombones. Let's do it. Yeah, we're good. Click track is on, and do it. It was just the wrong notes. Can I play the tenor trombones lower, actually? No, I think we're gonna go with like a really, really soft, and I'm gonna do the volume automation so that it's really, really soft. And now that I remember it, that one guitar guy, Basil, excellent in tomato sauces. Can't have one without basil, mate. Okay. Let's put these properly. Hold on, just... No, what I do? No, redo. Redo. We like it. We like it. Okay. Let's get our... I think I'm gonna cut out the contrabasses and the cello over here, because I want to sort of suck the bass out so that when it drops, I want it to drop really super hard, right? So let's do the volume automation over here. Oh dang, what did I do? What did I do? Redo edit automation. Okay, so the trombones will be so up until this point there, and I want to start over here and I messed this automation up, so I want to do that so that it happens properly. Come on, come back over here, and do that. Let's see this volume automation a bit better. There you go, buddy. Okay, because this is way too. And I want it to be quiet. I want it to be in the background. I want it to complement nicely the French horns that are happening over here. Okay, and we have to do it by hand because I want this automation to match the notes that I'm playing. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, so over here it's a bit too understated, and I think I'd like to bring those up a little bit. It's still a tad low for my taste, so I'm gonna bring the tenor trombones a bit higher. Okay, that one guitar guy, yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love basil too. I make a fantastic pasta sauce recipe. I'd send it to you, but it's beyond 500 characters. Yeah, my pasta sauces are pretty basic, mate. Just throw in some tomato sauce, throw in some onions, some garlic, and just like thyme, basil, salt and pepper, and Bob's your uncle. That one guitar guy asked, so how well do you know your theory? Well, not that well, actually. So I have a basic understanding of music theory in the sense that I know what an octave is, I know what a chord progression should be, I know like the minor scale, I can look at the major scale and write on it. But mostly I do it by ear, right? I know like what are thirds and fifths and stuff like that, but I don't really know that much, right? So it's just by ear. Everything I do is basically from listening to a lot of music, listening critically, like what are the instruments doing, how, like what is the sound that I should be going for, and watching basically courses, master classes, YouTube videos and stuff like that, and sort of just figuring it out from there. What I said in like my last stream is that you just do it wrong a lot. That's how I did it. That's how I do it. I just do it wrong constantly. If it sounds good to me in that moment, then I'm happy with it. Well, I'm never happy with the stuff I make, but you see what I'm saying, right? And then at some points I have these breakthroughs where I'm like, oh, I've been doing it wrong this whole time. I should do it differently, and I do it. Also be mindful, again, when you're working with brass instruments to have those little breaths, those little breaks. So if I threw out a concept like negative harmony, would you happen to know what it is? Absolutely not. I can try to infer that negative harmony is something either dissonant or you're doing the third below instead of the third above the note, maybe, something like that. I have no idea, mate. Okay, let's do it like this, and let's do it like this. So yeah, no idea what negative harmony is. I've just been doing this for a long time. I think these might be a tad too soft. And I think I'll put in another note over here to sort of reinforce that. And let's do it like here and like that. And then like this. And then keep it up there. You might want, that one guitar guy says, you might want to look at Jacob Collier. He's an English multi-instrumentalist who is like the Beethoven of our generation, except jazz. He's friends with guys like Herbie Hancock. He's super, super talented. He brings up concepts like native harmony, microtonal harmony, and etc. Oh, microtonal stuff, man. Oh, God. That microtonal stuff is just way, way over my head. I saw some microtonal guitars and I just lost my stuff. He even is smart enough to make his own scale and completely make sense of it contextually. Well, that's awesome. I'll make a note of it. So, you're saying Jacob Collier, yeah. Okay, noted down. Also, his Logic sessions are absolutely jaw-dropping. Okay, so also he works in a DAW. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I would like to see that, actually. It might be nuts. It might be way over my head. So, here's the thing. So, I'd really like to have... So, we're at 88. I'd really like to do a time signature change and just add in a little break here. So signature and okay, so we have this bit here and I'd really like to stop it, to change it to like a 2/4 and then back to a 4/4 on the floor. And I'm set to ramp here, but I'll set to jump because I'd like to jump our tempo to something like, I don't know, 103. Let's get nuts. 104. Come on, give me that 103. There you go. Dude's RAM is absolutely massive, like he's IRL RAM, right? Okay. Yeah, basically like that. A little effect here. And we'll keep building with like synths and stuff like that. So I'll cut the video here for YouTube and we can chat for like a couple more minutes and then we'll get back to it and I'll add in sort of synths. So cheers, thank you for watching on YouTube.